Sensei, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, hamjambo. It's an honor to say a few words on behalf of development partners at this landmark event. Your Excellency, convening this launch at the State House, you have sent an unambiguous signal that safe pregnancy and delivery by mothers and survival, well-being, and development of newborns is a national priority at the highest level. On behalf of all partners present here today, we welcome and applaud the political commitment of the Republic of Kenya. The urgency of this moment cannot be overstated. Africa accounts for roughly 70% of all global maternal deaths and half of newborn deaths, not because solutions don't exist, but because the systems to deliver them have not been built, sustained, or held to account at the pace that is required. Today, Kenya is choosing a different path. Kenya has made significant progress over the decades. Skilled birth attendance has increased to 89%, and 98% of all pregnant women have access to at least one antenatal care visit. The Ewene Acceleration Plan of 2026 to 2028 is one of the most comprehensive evidence-based national blueprints on this agenda. Just 2 months ago, Kenya hosted the International Maternal Newborn Health Conference 2026, sharing its innovations and its lessons with the world. This is a country that is not merely talking about saving lives, but is committed to building the architecture to do it. Yet truth demands that we speak plainly. Approximately 16 mothers die every day, and 90 newborns die every day. These are not statistics. These are names. These are absences at dinner tables, at school gates, and an economic loss to the country. The Ewene Acceleration Plan and Maternal Newborn Health Rapid Results Initiative addresses exactly this: the gap between access and outcomes, between a woman reaching a facility and receiving quality care that saves life, her life and that of her baby. This initiative is specific, time-bound, and measurable. And on behalf of WHO, UNICEF, UNFPA, and the broader community of development partners and civil society, our presence here today demonstrates our commitment to align our technical expertise, our resources, and our advocacy behind this initiative. We stand ready to support the Ministry of Health and county governments across the 5 pillars of the Rapid Results Initiative: governance, health workforce, data, quality of care, equipment, and commodities such as essential medicines and supplies, as well as family planning commodities. Your Excellency, you have established a leadership and coordination structure for the MNH-RRI initiative with a steering committee that is chaired by the Cabinet Secretary for Health, driven by principal secretaries in the ministry, and behind the technical leadership of the Director General, cascading this down to every governor in the country. That structure is the difference between a plan on paper and results in a delivery ward. We will hold ourselves accountable within the structure. We will hold each other accountable, because the women and newborns of Kenya deserve nothing less. Together, let us make preventable maternal and newborn deaths an issue of the past in Kenya. Let Kenya's efforts light the way for Africa, and let this moment at the State House be remembered, not for the words spoken, but for the lives of mothers and babies saved. Asanteni sana.
Thank you, WHO, on behalf of all our development and implementing partners. Your Excellency, now we will hear from one woman leader and also one county that has a better story. And on that note, Your Excellency, allow me to invite Her Excellency Governor Anne Waiguru.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya, Her Excellency Rachel Ruto, Cabinet Secretary for Health, my brother Aidan Duale, Principal Secretary for Health, my colleague governors, led by our chair of the Council of Governors, the members of Parliament who are present, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon again. It is a profound honor for me to stand here on behalf of the people of Kirinyaga County and to have been recognized as a county that has performed well in this area of maternal health. The guiding policy of our health sector has been clear: to strengthen curative and rehabilitative services, expand comprehensive healthcare in line with the Kenya Essential Package for Health, promote preventive and promotive care, and enhance administrative coordination for effective service delivery. Your Excellency, for the last 9 years, my administration has deliberately invested in healthcare infrastructure, bringing specialized services closer to our people, especially mothers and newborns. Each financial year, we have consistently accounted for 47% of our county budget goes to health, ensuring both facility improvement and human resource development. Your Excellency, as you're aware, we were honored to have you because we completed and operationalized the Kerowe Level 5 Hospital, which we were very pleased that you officially opened for us. We equipped a modern maternity wing in that hospital with 80 beds and fully functional newborn unit with a capacity of 60. In addition, we have 4 Level 4 hospitals that we are nearing completion, 2 of which we expect to be done in the next 2 months or so. And with this, we expect to add another 90 maternity beds and 50 newborn units in our Level 4 facilities. In 2017, Kirinyaga had about 50 health facilities. Today, we have grown to 85 health care facilities. On provision of drugs and supplies, we have maintained a steady supply of essential drugs. You will be told by KEMSA that we're one of those counties that never have any debts, outstanding debts with KEMSA. We allocate approximately 600 million shillings a year for drugs alone to ensure all our facilities are running throughout the year. On human resource, Your Excellency, parallel to infrastructure growth, we have strengthened our health care workforce. Recruitment has continued on a need basis. We have increased our technical capacity of medical officers, cutting across the entire medical field. I will not list them because there are quite a number. We have also prioritized staff motivation and recently promoted our consultants and are planning to promote the remaining contract staff that we have and transition them to permanent and pensionable terms coming in this financial year. On community health services, Your Excellency, we know we are partnering with you, and like all other counties, we have engaged 854 community health care promoters, and we have over 115 community health units. In Kirinyaga, Your Excellency, we have our health information system, which connects all our facilities, are integrated and connected using the healthcare information and management system. We're therefore able to share data across all our facilities, monitor all the patients that are coming in, disease prevalence, including the use of facilities. So the impact on these health indicators, Your Excellency, you may be wondering why we're standing here. Antenatal coverage in Kirinyaga has improved from 45% to 63%, which is above 61.3 national standard, and we are working towards the global 87%. Your Excellency, on maternal mortality, we have reduced maternal mortality in Kirinyaga in the years that I've been there from 88 to 55 deaths per 100,000 live births, which is lower than the national average of 355. Kirinyaga is at 88, and we are working with a target of 55 by the end of next financial year. On the live births, Your Excellency, we are even way better than the set SDG target. We are at 20, neonatal mortality has declined from 26 to 10 deaths per 1,000 in Kirinyaga. And when I started, we were 26, now we are at 10, and we want to take it to below 0. The national standard is currently at 21, and the standard that is recommended is 17.2. So you can see Kirinyaga is way below at 10 deaths. On skilled birth attendance, we have risen from 87% to 92% of all the children born in Kirinyaga are assisted by a skilled birth attendants. Immunization coverage, we have increased from 81% to 91%, way above the national average of 80% and the global standard that is recommended of 85%. So we are even above the recommended international standard on immunization. On mother-to-child HIV transmission, we have reduced from 13% to 6.5%, less than the 9.3 national standard average. And the same applies for TB treatment, and our first antenatal care coverage, Your Excellency, in Kirinyaga, first antenatal care coverage has risen from 93 to now 98%. So we are very grateful. On the issue of the social health insurance program, Your Excellency, as you're aware, Kirinyaga is currently at 72% of the Kirinyaga population is registered, ranking us 4th nationally, and this we have achieved without any assistance so far, and I have been pleading with the minister, if they came and helped us with our indigents, we'll provide the resources for it. We can register over 80 to 85 or 90% of our staff. Your Excellency, as I conclude, we remain steadfast in investing in infrastructure and equipping our facilities in Kirinyaga. And many people may wonder, but my staff, if you talk to my staff and my healthcare team, they know the emphasis I put specifically on maternal health. Myself, Your Excellency, I was born a premature baby. I was born at 7 months, and I was in an incubator, I'm told, for about almost 2 months in those days, and I barely survived. One of my children, who's my third born, I almost lost my life and his when I was expecting him, because it was an emergency situation where he was born also at just over 7 months. And if there is anything that I take with passion, even in Kirinyaga, and anyone who works for me knows, is the issues of maternal health. And I would want to encourage every mother, even if you're not a mother, every person who has a role to play in public service, whether it is in financial, providing the resources, policy, we urge all our colleagues to put enough investment. There can be no better investment than an investment to a mother, and especially when a mother is bringing life into the world. So, Your Excellency, we are thankful, we support this program, every woman, every newborn, everywhere, and we will work hand in hand with the national government to ensure that it's a success. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much, and good work there in Kirinyaga. Your Excellency, on behalf of elected members of Parliament, both at the Senate and the National Assembly, and specifically on behalf of the Kenya Women Parliamentary Association, allow me, Your Excellency, to invite Honorable Leah Soipato to make very, very few remarks before we go to the Council of Governors, Your Excellency.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Rachel Ruto, the First Lady of the Republic of Kenya. CS is present, led by my very own brother, Honorable Adan Duale, and all members of Parliament present, and everybody present. I want to take this opportunity to greet you all. Good afternoon. I don't have a written speech because the issues of women and what women go through every day are actually written in our hearts. Your Excellency, today marks a very beautiful day for the women and the children of Kenya. We are here as members of Parliament to fully support this program because the two community members that spoke here spoke from their hearts, and every household in the Republic of Kenya has a story to tell on delivery of babies, losing babies, and what happens during delivery. Your Excellency, when they were giving their testimonies, I know that every woman in this room and every person in this room have gone through the trauma of either losing a baby, almost losing a baby, or almost losing a mother or both during delivery. Your Excellency, as I stand here today, I also stand as one person that almost lost a baby during delivery. And so when I see this program today, every woman, every newborn, and especially everywhere, I know that the women of Kenya has had another win today through your administration. Your Excellency, I'm standing as an elected leader on behalf of elected leaders, and I also stand as a pastoralist woman. I know that back in the county that I come from, I know we have lost a lot of babies during delivery. I know we have lost women during delivery. Your Excellency, this program today is a win because we will sensitize our women, because one of the things that actually makes us lose baby during delivery is negligence, Your Excellency. When you walk into a hospital, you have pain, you're just almost about to deliver, but most of the time, there's a lot of negligence in our clinics. And I'm so happy today that through this program, the issues of negligence will be a thing of the past for the Kenyan woman, for the Kenyan babies as we go forward, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, I can say that most women also don't access healthcare in the right time. One of the things that makes women not access healthcare in the right time. Your Excellency, I had my firstborn baby at 20 years and I had my baby at home, because the women who are taking care of me could not know the right time to take me to the hospital. They kept saying, it is not now, let's wait a little bit. And fortunately, I got my baby, but my baby was alive and I'm alive, and I was rushed to the hospital with a baby. Your Excellency, I had my second baby at the hospital, but the experience I had at the hospital, I kept telling myself, I wish I have had this baby at home. Because Your Excellency, the moment I arrived there, the nurse that was attending was actually having lunch. And she actually said, you can wait in that room as I finish so I can come and attend to you. Your Excellency, I am actually giving a true story. And I felt at that point that I wish I was at home, where those women can look after me, where those women can encourage me and tell me that this can happen and can happen well. Your Excellency, by the time the nurse came to attend to me, I gave birth in a hospital chair, and the nurse was there for more than 40 or 1 hour. Your Excellency, I hope that through this program, there's no other woman that will give a baby on the chair, or will give birth, in a very awkward position, because this program will also sensitize our caregivers to take care of the mothers during this time. I know the mothers know what I'm talking about, because giving birth is actually between life and death. You don't know whether you will survive. You don't know where your baby will survive. You're just there trusting God. And the worst thing that can happen to you is to find a rude or a cruel nurse to attend to you. I want to speak to practitioners today. Women don't come to the hospital to lose lives. Women don't come to the hospital to lose a baby. They come to the hospital with the hope that they will go back to their families with a bundle of joy that they have taken care of for 9 months in their stomachs. And I want to urge you today, as we move forward this program, let us also make sure that we take care of our babies. I am sorry for the women that have lost their babies. I know it is painful. Every woman, when they get pregnant, they take care of themselves. They take care of the food that they eat. And especially us from the rural community. Your Excellency, sisi tunapojaliwa na mtoto, unakatazwa kula chakula, saa zingine unakatazwa kunywa maji, na mara mingi unakatazwa kufanya kazi mbalimbali, na wewe pia unataka kuangalia mtoto ambaye yuko tumboni. Na ingekuwa muhimu sana ukifika wakati wa kujifungua, pia wale wanaokusaidia wajue kwamba umebeba uhai na umekuja hapa ili urudishe uhai nyumbani mahali umetoka. I hope that through this program today, every woman going to the hospital will go back home with a bundle of joy that they've so looked forward to having in their past 9 months when they were carrying the pregnancy. With those few remarks, Your Excellency, I want to recognize the members of Parliament present. I think I will just request them to come forward so they can be recognized. They are here to support this program. They can stand, yes, they can just stand. All the members of Parliament, please clap for them. These are the champions. These women will help support this program from the
Honorable Leah Soipato for those heavy words of encouragement to our practitioners. Your Excellency, at this point I would like to invite the Chair of the Council of Governors Health Committee who will recognize all the governors present, and in turn invite the Chair of the Council of Governors to make remarks.
Asante sana. Your Excellency, the President, Your Excellency, the First Lady, the CSs who are here, I know we had more than one CS who was with us, my colleague governors, PSs, development partners, members of Parliament, wazazi wenzangu, CHPs, hamjambo. Your Excellency, kabla sijaanza kuongea kidogo, mimi utaniruhusu nichanganye. Nitachanganya kwa wale wa huku waelewe, na hawa huku na huku pia waelewe kwa roho safi tu. Your Excellency, kwanza tutoe shukrani. The testimonies that were given by the two champions was truly intriguing. But when I was seated there, my fellow governors told me you have to convey this, and they said that Lawrence must have something against Arsenal. Because out of all examples, the only example he gave was that why are men more on Arsenal than anything else? And I think it has come to a realization his team must have lost. We wish him luck in the next. Your Excellency, first and foremost, allow me to start by acknowledging that this launch marks an important milestone of a journey towards increasing maternal and child survival in Kenya. I believe that the investments that the country has made in maternal and newborn health, coupled with the confidence that communities have currently in our health systems, can significantly aid a shift in the performance of key indicators in our healthcare. The responsibility of saving the lives of mothers heavily depends on how we, as leaders, set the pace, prioritize and support both levels of government, working collaboratively. I think I hear that, Dan. Sorry, Your Excellency. The responsibility of saving the lives of mothers heavily depends on how we, as leaders, set the pace, prioritize, and support both levels of government working collaboratively to steer the health sector. As county governments, health service delivery remains a priority and is demonstrated by counties allocating an average of 30% of their budgets, and in many cases, Your Excellency, more than that 30% to the health sector, reflecting our commitment to improving health outcomes, particularly in maternal and newborn health. We continue to invest in strengthening maternal health through expansion of skilled birth attendants, recruitment of health workers, strengthening referral systems, increasing access to emergency obstetric and newborn care, improving commodity availability, and investing in community health systems. In strengthening community health systems, we recognize that maternal survival begins long before women reaches a health facilities. Our able community health promoters continue to play a critical role in early identification of pregnancies, referral, follow-up, and promoting uptake of antenatal and postnatal care. It might not harm to state a fact that on the advent of having a law on community health promoters, it is this government that actually started paying a stipend to these community health promoters. Ni lazima tuambiane tu ile ukweli iko. It is the partnership between the national and county government. This is the beauty of working together. The partnership that we have, currently there's about 100,000 CHPs who are receiving a stipend from the national government. A small variance of about 7,000, we are paying about 107. I know that there are plans for this financial year for the same to be a conditional grant, so that when we are paying salaries, we pay them whatever is due from national and county together. They don't have to wait for 2 payrolls. Na kwa hiyo CHPs munasemaje? Sio mimi nimesema, Your Excellency, ni wao. And it is equally important to state it, Your Excellency, it is equally important to state it, that the community health promoters are actually at the face of this country. And when I say the face of this country, I say this with a lot of bright hope, that despite this ethnic bigotry that is going on in this country, just those that are here, they are people from all over Kenya. You will see them right here, and they're the ones who are handling. And I congratulate this partnership, Your Excellency, for taking this initiative. The Inter-County MPDSR initiative has been a cornerstone in our counties. We started this journey, Your Excellency, about 8 months ago, the Inter-County MPDSR, and this is something exactly similar to what Ewene is doing, and we hope that this will not be something that we're going to be duplicating, but we are hoping that we can be able to complement each other, and we don't have to work in silos between county and national government. And this is all in efforts to address preventable deaths amongst our most vulnerable population, mothers and newborns. Notable success has been realized through activation of MPDSR committees by all the 47 county governments, and as evidenced by our facilities such as Kiambu Level 5 Hospital, which reported 0 maternal deaths within a period of 7 months, which also included several other public health facilities in this country. I cannot be able to mention them all, but off the cuff, Muranga, Homa Bay, and many other counties have been able to come up with a huge success story on the same. And through the Inter-County MPDSR initiative, counties have prioritized moving beyond counting deaths to understanding why mothers and newborns die, and taking corrective action to prevent recurrence. This accountability approach is central in improving quality of care and preventing avoidable deaths. The Council of Governors continues to provide leadership in coordinating county efforts through advocacy, policy engagement, intergovernmental dialogue, and strengthening accountability mechanisms for maternal and newborn health. Further, we have also invested in digital transformation and data-driven accountability, including development of the Inter-County MPDSR dashboard and GIS-enabled platforms. Your Excellency, once again, we hope that the dashboard that was presented to yourself, to ourselves, by the team from Digital Health Agency, we can be able to work on the dashboard that we already have as a county government. We can be able to work together, integrate whatever it is that we do, the governor's dashboard as well, so that we do not have to work and duplicate on matters, but we can actually work together to make this more successful. And these dashboards support real-time visualization of maternal and perinatal indicators, hotspot mapping, tracking implementation of recommendations, and informing targeted interventions. These innovations strengthen decision-making and move us closer to predictive, responsive health systems. Despite progress, and this is the reason why we welcome the initiative of Ewene, and why we congratulate national government partners and our partnership. Because despite this progress,